So from the standpoint of being judged, like it's not our job to
No.
judge. It's our job to just lay out information and try to help. The judging of people is far less common in my experience
Yeah.
at all levels of the business.
Right.
Come in and see, and if you don't feel right, leave.
Yeah.
Like that's like the biggest thing. Like if you get a bad feeling when you're with like a financial advisor,
Yeah.
like if I went to a new doctor or a new dentist and I'm like sitting in the chair
Oh, it's happened.
and I'm like, this is
Not
not the
going-
person that I want,
Mhm.
like
Not going back.
right, like I'm not coming back.
You don't put the interest of your clients first, you won't last long. So this is what, a spinoff from? No, it's
No,
not a
it's a regular
spinoff.
episode. The
I
regular.
don't know. I mentioned something in one of the episodes about people having preconceived notions about what financial advisors look like, say,
Oh, okay.
do, like,
So then this would be like a subtopic of comments and
Yeah,
things that we talked
yeah.
about before. All right, cool.
so pulling from like forums online,
Yeah.
like Reddit and Google. I have a screen up that kind of will go through some of the different things that people put online about how they felt advisors came across to them. So,
Yeah, I think just stereotypes in general, right?
Right,
Like whether
right.
you're coming into the industry, whether you're a potential client,
Yep.
what you're looking for, what you think. I think just really going through and talking like openly about how some of this stuff works. I mean, like we are a business,
Correct.
so we are in the business of helping people.
Yep.
But I think that there are just like a ton of things that are out there that some of them might be true for some people, some of them probably are not true for a lot
Right,
of people.
right.
But let's kind of run through and
I think it
and
too
go through
is
this.
like in any scope of business, you're going to have good ones, you're going to have bad ones.
Right.
You're going to have, right. So
Yeah.
just placing all of them into one box is an unfair
Absolutely.
thing to do.
Yeah.
So as we go through these, we'll kind of just touch base on them. And the first one is like salespeople and financial advisors are the same.
I mean,
And
no,
yeah,
but
I'd say
so
initial conversation, absolutely not.
yeah, so I think it depends where you're at in your career. So at the beginning, when you have no clients and you're building a book of business, like of course you're in a sales mindset of I've got to build a clientele, I've got to build a book, I've got to
Yeah.
get people to listen to me. In our practice, we're very much educators and consultative. So we're
Yeah.
essentially 100% referral based. We meet with people, we walk them through a process, and if they say yes, great. If they say no, it doesn't affect
Right.
us.
Right.
So we are very much professional educators, and we let
Mhm.
people make decisions based on data and fact.
Right. They get the vote. So
Absolutely.
they come in, we have the initial conversation to kind of see where they are at that moment. We can use our systems, software to kind of run analysis as well as just strategy that over the years we've implemented.
Yeah.
And we bring back to them the education piece of where they are. And even some of the education happens in that first meeting too.
Yeah.
But initially, it's just getting to know them. Then we bring back the information and then we give them ability to say yes or no to a strategy, with some of it being, okay, we are going to use X, Y, and Z to fulfill this strategy.
Sure. Yeah, and I think it's really being like somewhat agnostic.
Yeah.
So some people, depending on what your licenses are, depending on where you
Correct.
work, like you may only be able to
Do one thing.
utilize a certain set of products or a certain type of strategy.
Right.
In our world, we really do everything. So wherever I meet a client and whatever they need help with is typically where we try to help. We
Yeah.
have a very holistic approach compared to kind of like a micro,
Mm-hmm.
like we just offer this line of business. So I think it's variable, but I would say at the beginning of somebody's career, like yes, like you're starting
Yeah.
your own business, so of course you're in sales. Whether like you look back at these Fortune 500 companies, it's like who was selling the first like
Yeah.
Apple computer, who was selling the first like iPhone, who was selling the first XYZ widget.
Right.
Like it was the founders of these companies that were knocking on door, they were fundraising and they were like getting people to support their products.
Right.
So at the beginning of this career, it's the same. It's like who's going to be your clientele, and you've got to get some people to do that. And
Well,
then,
and it's selling
yeah,
yourself.
correct.
Yeah. Initially, some people are like, oh, but you're selling. But yeah, at first you're selling yourself. You're selling your education or in your firm,
Or your team.
your team
Yeah, right.
around you,
Yeah.
and what they're able to accomplish with you as a piece of that team.
And I think that's where we are different because
Correct.
our new advisors, we know it's tough to build a business.
Yeah.
So don't go sell yourself. You've been here
Correct.
for 5 minutes or five
Mhm.
months or whatever it is. Sell a team with 25, 30 years of experience and expertise.
Yep.
It's easier to bring people into a model like that than it is to say, I, as the person that's been here, that's brand new, is going to handle all of your stuff. Trust me, I swear I won't mess up.
Right. So I think just like you said, because there's the difference between the brand new advisors and we
Right.
do get experienced advisors.
Sure.
So even when they're coming over, sometimes they're bringing a book, maybe they're not, but like they initially are selling themselves at that firm. But for new advisors, absolutely not. You're selling the firm, you're selling the team, you're selling the knowledge that's been built over the last 30 plus years
Right.
here with the members of this firm.
Yeah.
So, all right, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
Troy, was that good for that first one? Do you have any insight?
No,
I'm
that was
pulling
great.
Troy in
I
here
Yeah.
to
mean,
Bring
see
them
if
in.
in my opinion, I've been diving into philosophy and stuff lately, but I think everybody's selling their self. Like you're sold stuff every single day, even if you don't realize it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yep. Branding.
Yeah. It's important.
It's a big deal. Big deal. All right. Pushy networkers.
Okay. Again, I think this is like a phase of your career or a culture of your firm type thing.
Mhm.
So again, if you're brand new, like you've got to kind of get out there and make a name for yourself
Right.
and get people to know you in the world. If
But
you've
what about so let's break that down. Pushy. Like, I mean, that's perspective.
Yeah, so, like, I watch a lot of stuff online. So, I
Yeah.
watch a lot of, like, short form content or long form
Mhm.
content, and one of my favorite things, like, I send it out to the team all the time, is this guy that goes around and interviews, like, millionaires and
Yeah, yeah,
billionaires.
yeah. Yep.
And he's like pushy to some extent because nobody wants to talk to him. And he
Right.
goes up and he's like, "Can I just get a minute of your time?" And they're like, "No, I'm really busy." He's like, "Of course you're busy.
Mhm.
Let me get a minute of your time." And he just starts the interview and starts
Yeah.
talking to him.
Yeah.
Now, this guy has built a network of all of these people, but like if he just took no or was brushed
Mhm.
off day like from the first thing, he would not have a channel. He wouldn't be successful.
Right, right.
So is he pushy or is
Right.
he intentional or is he like he's sincere about what he's
Mhm.
doing? So I think it's like you said, it's perspective. Now,
Yeah.
is there something where somebody's like, "Hey, I don't want to meet with you and like leave me
Right,
alone?" Like,
right.
sure. Like
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
stop. Um, I think a
Well, you
lot
don't wanna work with them anyways.
I think a lot of people don't know what they don't know.
Right.
So I'm a big believer in like don't sell in a
Mhm.
networking environment. So like if you're around a big group of people, like you don't get into details about what you do.
Right.
Like I like to be in a one-on-one
Mhm.
or in a very small setting to talk about what we can do to help somebody.
Right.
But in terms of
It's
generality,
personal.
yeah, in terms of generalities, like, hey, this is what we do, this is what we help with.
Yeah.
I would tell you most people in a network setting are like, I don't need that or
Mhm.
I'm good. Now they meet with us one on one, we get under the hood,
Yeah.
they need our help. So I think it's hard. I never thrived in a networking setting. I like to kind of create the environment
Right.
of inviting clients, having clients invite their peers or people that I don't know.
Mhm.
So I get like a more favorable introduction
Right.
to
You're
somebody.
warm. Yeah.
And I also just think in a networking environment, like you have a bunch of potential like dominant personalities. So then
Right.
you have to be the most dominant to get
Right.
heard. So that's why just for me, like I never loved that environment
Mhm.
and it just wasn't for me, but some people thrive in it.
Yeah. I think too, going into the atmosphere that is more networking, I don't see it as like I'm going to get clients from this. I'm going to make contacts and collaborate with people who may
Sure.
have clients
Yeah.
that it makes sense to work with. I think that going into that
Yeah.
as well, I guess the
Yeah.
scenario is
Absolutely. It's all very unique. So
yeah.
again, like yes, do those people exist?
Mhm.
Sure. Are there people that are great that should be heard and are
Yeah.
timid? Yes.
Mhm.
So it's a balancing act of like who gets the attention, who gets the business. Is the biggest personality? The smartest person always doesn't have the biggest
Right.
personality. The person that cares the most may not be the most dominant.
Yeah.
So it's tough, especially for somebody brand new when you're getting your footing. Like
Mhm.
15 years in the business, we get people that like and trust us, and it's
Right.
like we have kind of reputation
Right.
that
That's why
makes
that
it easy for
referral,
us.
yeah, the referral is definitely the best.
Yeah.
option for people to come in. Any words from you? Troy, would you say that I am pushy, or would you say that would you say Mike is pushy?
No, I don't think either
No.
one of you guys are pushy. Uh, the way I envision a pushy networker is somebody who's like, let me sit down with you and get coffee right away. Like as soon as they meet you, they're pushing to like
Right.
get some kind of meeting, but maybe the meeting is a little bit with false pretenses.
I think that goes back to like how new are you to the
Yeah.
business?
And again, even with what Troy said, it's like, what is the like, are you kind of doing like, I don't want to call it like a bait and switch tactic, but
Right.
it's like,
No.
hey, I
Mm-mm.
want to take you to coffee to learn about your business, but then I'm going to tell you all about what I do.
Right.
Like people don't like
No.
that. So just
Absolutely not.
be upfront and honest.
Transparent.
I think in our process, we're the opposite of pushy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say I don't care what people do,
I know. I just want to see what Troy said.
but my job is to like educate. And we have enough people in our pipeline
Correct.
that enough people will say yes, and some people inevitably say
Yeah.
no every single year, even though it makes perfect sense. And whenever you have a good business that's built, like you know what the numbers are.
Yeah.
So I know a certain number of people are saying yes, a certain number of people are saying no. I don't
Yeah.
take it personally.
Right.
And honestly, like we now have thousands potentially of clients,
Yeah.
definitely over 1,000. And like we have a good enough business where if people say no, it doesn't change the way that
Right.
we operate.
Right. We're okay with no.
Yeah. When I had 5 clients in my first year, I was like, I need every single person to say
Say
yes.
yes.
And it's just a very different mentality.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So people believe they will be judged too harshly on their financial choices, so they choose not to deal with advisors. So,
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I
mhm.
could see the perspective of that because it's it's personal to them.
Right.
Now, our job isn't to judge. So like
No.
I think about us, like I think in terms of this, it's like I'm trying to think of like I don't want to call them like undesirable professions, but like stuff like if you're a doctor,
Hmm.
patients come in day after day after day. Like there's so many people coming through that door
Right.
and everybody has like different problems. And it's
Correct.
like, oh, I have this thing. I'm so embarrassed to like tell the doctor about
Yeah.
it.
And they're
And
like,
it's
what?
like
We've
one,
seen 5 of those
yeah,
today.
yeah, right. One, the doctor's probably seen 5 of them today.
Yeah.
2, as soon as you walk out the door, like they kind of forget because
Hmm.
there's like another person that's coming in. So from the standpoint of being judged, like it's not our job to
No.
judge. It's our job to just lay out information and try to help.
Right.
Now, if we can't help, like we do say that because
Yeah.
like we can't lie and be
Yeah.
like, oh, you have no money and you're 65 and you want to retire tomorrow. Like I
Hmm.
can't lie to somebody. I'd be like,
Right.
hey, we can't help you. But from a like from the standpoint of judging, I think it's tough. What I would say more so is I think a lot of people are just like nervous about what they have
Hmm.
or they're like self-conscious.
Right.
So not even from the judging
Correct.
aspect, but just the realization
Hmm.
of there's a lot of work to do.
Or like I'm not where I should be, or where I
Correct.
personally think I should
Right.
be. But even like we met with a referral this week. Clients been a client for a long time, and this referral came in, and we're like, "You're actually doing really great."
Yeah.
Like they come in with these notions that like, "Oh, I should be
Yeah.
here by now," and you're like, "No, you are actually like far ahead of
Yeah.
peers."
Yeah. Most people that have that mentality
Right.
that come in, they do the meeting and they think they're behind,
Hmm.
they're way ahead of the average. But now like the average is awful.
Right.
But
Right.
but
Right. Right.
most people that come in are we typically look and we're like, you made it seem like you were way worse. Like and
Right.
you're actually like you've got a very good chance and
Yeah.
just we just got to correct the course a little bit. But a lot of people just put their head in the sand and they'll continue to
Hmm.
not meet. And then that's where the problem
Growth
snowballs
compounds.
and it
Yeah.
compounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I mean, like this is one of the areas like the first couple, like salespeople versus advisor, like pushy
Hmm.
networkers. Like I've encountered a lot of those. And again, I think that's just like people trying to like battle like potentially imposter syndrome, people that are
Correct.
like brand new. Like
Yeah.
that's common. the judging of people is far less common in my
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
at all levels of the business.
Right.
I think that you're going to be welcomed with open arms. And again, I mean, think about like topic 1 and 2 of
Yeah.
these people are fighting and putting themselves out there to just get somebody to sit in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody sits in front of them, especially a newer advisor,
Yeah.
they're so happy. They
They
want
are
to
so
they want to do
ecstatic.
whatever they can to help that
Yes.
person. The last thing they want to do is like shame them into leaving.
And a lot of times too, for the brand new advisors, you're like, you're absolutely here to help. And they get so excited about taking that first meeting.
Right.
And then they like almost over want to help. Like
Correct.
in so many different areas where it's like, oh, well, we'll start to pull from all these different
Right.
areas to help you too. And it's really great. But that's the thing. It's like, it's never a judgment. It's like,
No.
you get into this business to help.
Yeah. And going to the leadership side of things, like whenever we look at things from like a numbers perspective,
Right.
now this is like the negative of this side of it is
Correct.
a lot of our newer advisors are like, I
Spending
want to
so
do,
much
I want to
time.
do this, and I'm going to help them with like 5 or 10 hours worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're going to make $113 on this.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you break that down, you're like making less than minimum wage, but they're so excited to help. And the
Yeah.
potential of a good client in the
Mhm.
future is worth it. So I think that one can be like really debunked because like most people that want to make it in this business are doing it for the right reasons.
Mhm.
And it is so hard to actually make it in this business.
Correct.
Like you can't do bad work for people.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. This next one, being too poor to work with a financial advisor, not being able to afford one. I don't know if I would say poor. There's two sides of that.
Sure. Yeah.
Not being able to afford one and then not being able to work with one because you don't have enough money.
Yeah.
So,
So there are all different ranges of advisors. Some people charge a fee, some people don't. I've done this for 15 years and very rarely do I charge a fee.
Yep.
And it's never
Yeah.
for like consultation to meet with me. It's
Mhm.
typically I have a unique circumstance. I want you to help me through this. There's not a ton of like
Right.
ongoing money. So we create an agreement that they pay a fee for like
Right.
this one-time problem
We've done that like a
solve.
handful of
Yeah.
times. Yep.
But most times we meet with clients completely free. We hope that they work with us and we're compensated whenever they bring their money over, whenever they implement
Yep.
like an insurance strategy or an estate plan, or
Mhm.
whatever it is, a retirement plan. Um, I just feel like we've gotten a lot of really good people with referrals because we have so many people that refer us clients. They didn't pay a fee.
Mhm.
And then at what point do we start the process of saying, okay, the last 5 people you sent us didn't pay it, but now starting this day, people start paying a fee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, knock on wood, like the business has gone really well for us for
Mhm.
the last 15 years. Like, I don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
We're finding more ways to make it optimal. We're adding a higher level of service. We're hiring more people
Mhm.
and we're being very, very good to our clients without having to like, in my mind, like nickel and dime
Correct.
or pay upfront. So for now, we'll like keep rolling
Mhm.
with that. Now, if the business changes and there's been legislation stuff that says maybe you'll have
Correct.
to do
Yeah.
that, like
Yep.
we'll
Yep.
pivot as we need to.
Mhm.
But for now, I like all of my clients' money to go towards their strategy because
Yeah.
not
And
all of my
yeah.
clients day one were wealthy.
Mhm.
Now it's a different story. We could absolutely get away with charging
Yeah.
a fee and people would be very happy to pay it.
Mhm.
But day one, I remember my first couple clients that I wanted
Mhm.
their first $500 or whatever it was to go into their saving strategy
Yeah.
or to buy protection to save their like to help their
Mhm.
family. So there are advisors at all different levels. So like sure, if you're first starting out and it's your first job, like you're probably not going to meet with my top advisor.
Right. Right.
Like that's not a good fit
Yeah.
for either person. Age difference, things in common, the practice that they're working in, like they're not used to like dealing with college debt or little things like
Correct.
that. So, but there is somebody that started maybe 6 or 12 months ago. That's a
Yeah.
great fit. That's very in tune with the problems that that person has, and they will grow together.
I think that's such a positive about the team
Right.
environment as well too, because it's like we may have an introductory call and we know exactly, okay, perfect. You are going to pair great with
Right. Whoever.
this advisor because this is kind of their niche of what they like
Yeah.
to work with, and it makes sense. So the team environment definitely is a positive for that.
Yeah.
So this next one, saying advisors sell you expensive products to only make their pockets bigger.
I, maybe for a minute, like this could exist. So in a world of technology,
Yeah.
we're rated and graded.
Mhm.
So people can go on a platform and write whatever they want. People can file
For sure.
documentation against advisors. So I think it's important that if you run into somebody that has a track record of this,
Correct.
like
You can
look,
find out information about
yeah,
the
look
advisor. Yeah.
people up.
Broker check.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yep.
broker check
Mhm.
through FINRA. There's several different places where you can look into who your advisor is or who your potential advisor
Yeah.
is. And having a clean track record is important. So if
Yep.
somebody's been in the business for 5 years, 10 years, 15 plus years,
Mhm.
um, like obviously a spotless record is awesome, but through the course of dealing with thousands of clients,
Yeah.
like something may happen. So if somebody's been in business for 15, 20 years and
Mhm.
there's a minor thing on there, like it's probably like a disgruntled
Yep.
client or
Yep.
something isolated happened,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, we try to keep most of our advisors
Mhm.
spotless. So anything can happen. So like
Right.
to now, like, again, knock on wood, like, we haven't had
Mhm.
any issues, but there have been things that we've, like, cleared up with clients or there's been misunderstandings or disagreements, and
Yeah.
we've handled them the right way, and,
Right.
like, we try to always do the best thing, but I think if you're just in this for yourself, you may be able to
Mm.
have, like, a small runway of, like,
Yeah.
I don't wanna say, like, tricking people, but, like,
Mm.
people not feeling good about the service that you're providing,
Right.
but 1, they're not gonna refer you people,
Correct.
so you're not gonna have, like, a huge book of business to go after or, like, referrals to
Yeah.
have, and at some point, people will catch on or you'll
Mhm.
get complaints against you.
Yeah.
So
They won't stay clients for long, and you won't
right,
have a book. It will not grow. That's the thing about there's so much information out online.
right,
There's so many people putting information online about this is how you should handle your finances who are not licensed.
right.
There's something to be said. We are the most heavily like regulated industry and we go through compliance
Oh, the
and
amount of yeah,
the amount of things the I just like I for a long time I was execution, so strategy
right,
execution. So I see that side of like all right, when was this recommendation made? And like the notes, the extensive notes on like why it was in the best interest of the client.
right,
Like that is a big part of our business is best entrance compliance.
absolutely.
And so when you take it as we are helping these clients, it is about them first. It is
Yeah,
never about you.
no,
You will not last long in this industry if
no,
you're making it about yourself. That's the bottom line. We know that those people, they always phase themselves out.
yeah.
So just speaking more on that was just like we are very heavily regulated. And again, if you don't put the interest of your clients first, you won't last long.
Yeah, and I think even, like, to the point of maybe not, like, the predatory level like this says, but there are advisors that
Hmm.
sometimes, like, maybe stretch. So they'll push clients to, like, their limit of how
Yeah.
much they could save or what goes into a
Hmm.
particular strategy or whatever it may be. And I think on our end, one of the things that I don't wanna say we've been, like, accused of, but one of the things that's come up in, like, some of our meetings with, like, higher
Hmm.
up is, like, you could have done more with this client. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, but I'd rather have the client feel comfortable. And then in a year or two, we adapt. And then we have in our world and in our book, we have clients that do so many transactions
Right.
as they grow into stuff and feel comfortable.
Correct.
So I would rather bring a client on, do the proper amount of planning, but do a lower level of things that are committed to,
Yeah.
and then add to it in the future.
Right.
And I think some people just jump in and they're like, it's either this way or no way,
Yeah.
or they get the client's not comfortable with what the strategy is, and then they kind of second guess what's going on a year to year basis.
That goes with our white glove service.
Right.
So like our model is built for that. And also like again, if we're going back to fees too, it's a big reason why we aren't charging people per the hour to meet with us because
Right.
we're
Oh,
saying, hey,
for sure.
if you call us and we can make a pivot in any strategy that you have going on based on any one decision you have in your life.
Yeah.
So like it's an open door and our service model apply like is conducive for people coming back to us consistently. So we're constantly tweaking
Yeah.
strategy. Perfect. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You just got another raise.
Right.
Fantastic. Like we've captured this raise here and like what should we
Yeah.
do with this money? So it's evolving and it's not just like set it and forget it. Like none of our clients are set it or
None of it is
forget
that.
it. We're
Right.
constantly evolving in their
Yeah.
strategy and what they're doing. As they grow, their strategy grows.
And that comes too. I think that like I don't know. I don't know how to like pick out like the bad advisor,
Right.
but I think that it's to some extent it's like the level of professionalism. So
Mhm.
it's like, do they put stuff out there? Like, do they have a website? Do they have a team?
Yeah.
Like, I know one of the things that we're working on now because we have some of our bigger clients that
Right.
are asking for
A
it are like,
referral. Yeah.
well, there's like the referral aspect, but
Mhm.
then there's also like our team and like our org chart. So like
Correct.
we have a firm that has all obviously everybody that
Mhm.
that works with us, but then just internally our team. And I'm like, if you call me, high probability, like right now, if somebody calls, there's 100% probability that as my phone's buzzing in my pocket, like I'm not picking it up.
Right.
But there's somebody upstairs that
Yeah.
will answer the call if they
Right.
call like the office number.
Correct.
So if I'm busy doing this or meeting with another client
Yeah.
or doing something else,
You have
there
a
is a
team.
team of like
Mhm.
now over, I
Yep.
think, 10 people
Yeah.
that service our clients. So it's really hard to be like, oh, this person's like a predatory advisor when they're investing in like a ton of junior advisors. They're developing them.
Right.
They have a
Right.
big staff and they
Mhm.
like their number one thing is customer
Mhm.
service. Um, but I think that from the outside, like, sure, like people could be perceived as anything, but
Yeah.
like come in and see. And if you don't feel right, leave.
Yeah.
Like that's like the biggest thing. Like if you get a bad feeling when you're with like a financial advisor,
Yeah.
like if I went to a new doctor or a new dentist and I'm like sitting in the chair
Oh, it's happened.
and I'm like,
Nope.
this is
Not
not the
going.
person that I want,
Mhm.
like,
Not going back.
right, like, I'm not coming back. So,
Correct.
like, you get to vote with your
Yeah.
dollars.
Yeah. Absolutely. Troy, did you have something highlighted? What do you want? Oh, right. I know we've touched on just kind of the amount of information that's out there
Yeah,
via whatever platform you want to
sure.
search information,
Yeah,
or there's tons, there's
sure.
tons. So a lot of people are going to YouTube to replace advisors or get advice.
S eh, m I think that there's, like, a group of people. So, like, if you're
Mhm.
just starting out and you go to YouTube and the message is save money, like that's a great message, save
Right.
money. Okay, so like if that's you
Yeah.
for your first 5 years and you're just banking a large sum of money to buy your first house, to buy an engagement ring, to buy a better car than you
Right.
had when you were in college, to
To
do
pay
all
off student
right,
loans,
to
like
do all that
whatever.
stuff,
Yep.
like that is a really good message and there may or may not be like much that we can provide. Now there's like strategy, there's protection pieces, there's things like that. So like don't die, don't become disabled, don't get sued. Like all those things
Mhm.
are like really, really viable when it just comes to like saving money.
Yeah.
Where we come into play is like bigger strategy.
Right.
So even at like, I don't want to
It's
diminish it,
more
but like,
complex.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
for lower levels, like if somebody's like, I'm saving $50 a month,
Mhm.
like, okay, it's tough to kind of mess that up.
Right.
If somebody's saving like 500, 1,000, a couple
Yeah.
$1,000s a month, like now we need more diversification, we need more buckets, we need more
Yeah.
strategy. We get to the point with our clients where they're saying, "Hey, we have X number of hundreds of thousands or X number of millions of dollars that we want to deploy."
Right.
We have access to a ton of things that people can't get. So whether it be in the world of private equity, private credit, um, insurance solutions,
Mhm.
investment things, like we just have scale and we have the buying power
Right.
and we can charge a lower fee than people can get like other places typically. So I don't think that Google replaces that. Like, I know that we
No.
have clients in some of our, like, private equity deals that they can get in with us at a lower price point than if they went direct.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
like, sure, if you have
Yeah.
unlimited money and you have access to other people that
Mhm.
drive, like, deal flow, like, you
Mhm.
could do stuff. But in our case, like, we no. Like, Google, not even close because Google doesn't implement strategy.
No. No. You have to take action too. There's
Right.
the hand holding of it.
Sure.
'Cause so and a lot of times you have people are going to get advice, and I think we touched on this in one of the other podcasts I said is like, it's fantastic, but who is implementing this? A
Yeah.
lot of times it's just so much feeding, you don't know how to digest it and then take action from it.
Yeah,
It's like
like we use technology too. I think this is like a misconception. People are
right.
like, "Oh, I go on Google and now I have this thing." I'm like, "I have 15 plus years of knowledge. Like
Yeah.
I have the same tool." So like, do I use AI and programs to try
Efficiency. Yeah.
to try to figure out, okay, what portfolio is performing better or what can I do to create
Yeah.
more return for my clients or how do I lessen risk or how do I do this or how do I build this vehicle? Absolutely. So it's like I have my brain using the same vehicle versus like if I was looking up something like that's like me, who's like the least handy person in the world, going on YouTube and being like, how do I fix this car? Or like, how do I build a car?
Right,
Like,
right.
does it eventually get done?
Yeah.
Maybe. Like,
Yep.
is it like the most efficient way of doing it? Absolutely not.
No. No. Um, I love that you said that because that is it's true. Again, for me, it's just the action.
Yeah.
It's the personal touch of someone and generally saying, "Hey, we don't know how many people have actually implemented the advice that they're giving." For
Oh, right.
us,
Yeah.
like it's like
Yeah, we
we're
know.
giving this
Right.
strategy and 9 times out of 10, we've personally done that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we personally know this avenue because it's something we had to go because there was no other best option for us.
Yeah, it's
So,
in my mind, I mean, I talk about it a lot on here just because of like what I've done recently, but it's the difference of like being the member at like a commercial gym
mhm,
versus having a trainer that's like
personal
holding
trainer.
you
Yep,
accountable.
yep.
So, sure, how many people are members at a gym and 5 years go by and there's zero progress made versus the 5 years of progress of
Right,
working one-on-one with somebody? Like, I would imagine that the results are night and day.
right.
So
It's not like gym membership equals six pack.
correct.
Like that
Right. Right, and
doesn't
there and
correlate.
then there are outliers. So there are some
Yeah,
people that just are disciplined and they go and they
yeah,
build their own routine and they have success. So,
yeah.
like, it can be done,
Mhm.
but I would bet from a perspective as Troy's flexing in the background, as a percentage, there are far more people that probably have a gym membership that don't go or have a gym membership and go infrequency
Yeah,
without a plan or infrequently without a plan and really don't have a change in overall, like, body
no,
composition.
no.
So,
I
it's
think those are the people that it's like they're
right.
taking control, which is gonna kind of be where we wrap this up.
Yeah.
One of those conceptions is that if you have a financial advisor, you have now lost control of your money.
I mean, so in some cases, that's, like, the best thing that people can do.
In a
So
lot of
so
cases,
so
yes,
so I joke,
but no.
but in reality, like, people will come in or we've done a ton of studies or talked to
Yeah,
however many people across time, and people are like, I've done it myself." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what got you in this mess.
yeah.
Like, you did it yourself for the last 45 years,
Mhm.
and you're so upset with where you are." Like, the one thing that you should do is give up control.
Yeah,
So, like, I say that jokingly, but yes, like, let a professional help you.
yeah.
Now, if you need money, call me.
Right.
We I don't even know. Like, you deal
It's
with it far more than I do, but how many of our clients on a weekly or monthly basis are like, "Hey, I wanna buy this. I'm buying a car. I'm buying a
right,
house,"
right.
or, "I wanna do this," or, "We're going on vacation," or whatever. Like, it's their money. We'll send it to them. So they don't lose control. It's just not, like, in their bank account to light on fire anymore.
So it's that like one step that people are like, "Oh, I've lost control." And it's like you haven't. You just now have somebody like right at the gate. We're like the
Right. Yeah.
gatekeepers and it's you come to us. You haven't lost control. Every bit of your money is still your money.
Sure.
You don't lose control of it. But it's now rationalizing, "Hey, like I need this."
Yeah.
Perfect. A lot of times it'll be like, "That's the perfect idea. We'll send it to you. It'll be in your bank account."
Yeah.
The other one is, "Hey, have you considered this option?" So it opens the door too for that conversation.
Yeah.
So it's never about the loss of control. It's just that one layer of
Yeah.
even just like protection.
Yeah, and Troy, maybe we can even pull this up to end on not that you have to do it now, you could kinda, like, throw it in the thing later, but if we looked at the average American, like, where their money is
Yeah.
actually built up, like, where their wealth is, I would bet there is an overwhelming amount of the money that they have in a 401(k) plan or in
Oh,
the
right,
or in the
right,
equity of their house.
right. Correct.
Literally the 2 things that,
That they
like,
can't get
put
money to.
parameters
Yeah.
around, like, you
Mhm.
not being able to just
Yeah.
take money from on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So those are things where people are like, "I lose control of my money." Okay, well, the only money you have is probably in your house and your
Mhm.
401(k), like, good, like, that worked for you.
Right.
You losing control, like, gave you that money because if it wasn't there, you would have none.
Correct.
So,
Forced savings.
yeah,
Yeah.
forced savings is very, very important.
Mhm.
People, like, really thrive on that. It's a change if you live in
Yeah.
credit card debt or if you, like, have terrible habits, which a
Yeah.
lot of people do, but that's the harsh reality of this
It's
is
knowing who you are too.
yeah,
Like when you come in And I think that's the piece that's like, okay, I have to let go of this because I know my personality and how I function. If it's in my account, I'm going to spend it.
Yeah.
So, like, where can I put this that I still have access? But yeah, you're right. Like 401k, we have people sit down all the time, and it's like they have diverted so much of their pay to their 401k, and
Yeah.
they're like, and I would like to do this.
Mm.
It's like, well, we can't touch that money until 59 and a half.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like we have to create a strategy where you're now do the match, whatever your company matches, perfect. And we talk through strategy there, and then we move on. But it's not a loss of control. It's more clarity around, and then kind of just
It is.
protections.
Yeah. And I mean, in this day and age, like everything that we do is from an app.
Yeah.
So money can move from your
Yeah.
account here to your checking account if you need it. It's it is not a loss of control. I think it's
Mhm.
just because it doesn't get to be spent immediately that they feel like it is. And again, for a lot of people, like that's
Yeah.
we actually get more people telling us that's what they want.
Mhm.
They're like, I don't want to see this money.
Yeah.
Like I need this money gone, and then I need it hard to get to.
Mhm.
And we're like, all right, we'll do that for you.
Perfect.
So
Anyway.
Troy pulled this up. So I was kind of looking for like percentages, but as in terms of like dollars, it says like retirement accounts are big. And then I'm guessing primary residence is going to be the next, if not the
Yeah.
largest category in that. So there's a lot of myths out there. I know Troy had probably another like dozen
know.
or so things that as we're coming
Can't go
running
through
up
all of
on
them.
time.
Yeah.
But email your questions in. I mean, we'll be very
Yeah.
frank on what this is. Like I've built a business from nothing. Like there
Mhm.
was a day I did not have any clients.
Yeah.
15 years later, we have a team of I mean, in the firm, we have dozens upon dozens of
Yeah.
advisors, but even in our internal team, we now
Yeah.
have a handful of advisors. We have a handful of staff, or I think over 10 people
Yeah.
of people
In
servicing
our
just
org.
our
Yep.
clients. And it's grown a lot. So everything from day one, the struggles in the middle. I mean, scaling is hard. Like
Yeah.
even this year, we've brought on 2 brand new staff people,
Yeah.
and like they were very high level people in their previous careers.
Yeah.
So acclimating them from a corporate world to our environment
Yeah.
is like a thing too.
Yeah.
So there's fun stuff that's going on, and we want
Mhm.
to answer questions that people have, and we want to make this informative for people to feel good about reaching out to us and
Yeah,
getting
we love the
information.
communication.
Yeah.
So like you have questions, or if you have somebody said, "Oh, this advisor," like
Yeah.
bring it to us.
Yeah.
We'd love to answer it for you.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll have a great week, and we'll see
Yes.
everybody next week.
See you next week. Are you recording? You're recording. You in it? You ready? You ready?
Am I ready? I'm always ready.
Oh my goodness.
Registered representative and financial advisor, Park Avenue Securities, LLC, PAS, OSJ 14021, Metropolis Ave, Fort Myers, Florida 33912 239 561 2900. Securities products and advisory services offered through PAS, member FINRA, SIPC, financial representative of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America, New York, NY. PAS is a wholly owned subsidiary of Guardian. Alliance Financial Group is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian. CA insurance license number 0M21715. AR insurance license number 158383330. 8811955.1 expires 328.